Voila! Right, I've drawn a vertical line across there, and I think you'll agree it looks very nice. Right, I'm going to put in that some council pop and put a bit of council pop on there. That's what I'll do. Now, put in, one blush. Now I'm going to put in a bit of faint blue, really faint there is. Where's this line go? Take this down here, there's like a line, so it comes around there like that. I'll take that down to there, and that'll be a good bit for that to stop out that sound. Right, so that's a faint blue, really faint. And then I'm going to come in, pop a few clouds in, just across that top bit there. I think I'll soften that in with this brush. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Like that. Really soft, really faint. There's a few little cloudy bits across here. A bit there, a bit there. Something like a little bit. That'll do. Right now, some hills. Get these hills in. Coming up there. So there's a strong bit here. It sort of gets really faint about there, like it's getting a bit misty or something. That's it, that's them hills. Yep, get to dry. There's an even closer hill here. About there, like that. There we go. That's that hill in. Right, now then, I need to get this horizon line in now, so I think what I'm going to do, just keep adding a few bits of water to soften stuff in. I'm going to get an horizon line in here. Right, this horizon line, it's got to be straight. The world, there's your conspiratorial theories, right? They're convinced that the world's round, right? It's obviously not. But a lot of these conspiratorial theories the main media will tell you the world's flat, but a lot of your conspiracy theories will tell you that it's round and that it's not really flat at all, that everyone's just believing it's flat all this time, and in actual fact it's round. But us in this country, in England, right, we're at the top, so if it were round we'd be alright anyway, because we're at the top of the country. But if it were round, you know them what they call down under, them what live in Austria, they'd float away, wouldn't they? So don't listen to your conspiracialists, and make sure that this line is straight. If the world were round, this line wouldn't really need to be straight, it'd want to be curved a little bit. But you listen, usually your mainstream media is what's telling the truth, and your conspiracialists are just, I don't think they really believe this stuff, but it's not their fault, you know. They've probably not gone to a very good school and that. They probably don't really know what they're on about that much. So just mainly listen to your mainstream media and you should be alright. Alright. Let's get that softening in. Just painting this pretty carefully. Just getting a bit of a nice sort of distant wavy look at that distance away. Now what I think I might do is add in a tiny bit of Payne's grey to it, see what happens. Just a tiny bit of grey in there. Yep, that seems to be working quite good. A bit more water to do a bit more softening. I don't know what's happening here, my screen's gone funny. What is happening? There, back onto there. My screen went funny. Got a photo on my screen, painting it off of a photo. I think my screen went funny. Right, so that's that. Let's pop a little bit more of that Payne's grey in. A little bit, that's quite a lot. Looks nice though. And then softening again with this one. Just blending it. I'll come all the way down, probably just doing this. It'll be an easy one, this. A pretty easy one. If I leave any little white bits, they'll register as little wavy things. Little waves and that. I'm just swapping brushes. I've got one with paint on, one with art. That saves keep dipping your brushes. If you've only got one brush, go out and buy another, don't be tight. Don't be like my stepbrother Doofus and my stepdad. It was them pair, they invented copper wire arguing over a penny. There, this is coming back more of a blue again now. Pretty nice. So a bit more of that. Bit more cerulean. So soften that back in. It's quite bright, that is. Dab of that black back in. Well, give me a bit of sort of wavy looking coast. I think what I'm going to do now, take this brush with water on and just soften it all in a little bit. Soften some that way, some that way, and then as it gets closer I'll not soften, because that can look a bit more wavier as it gets closer. In fact, I'm going to pop a few more little darker bits in as it gets a bit closer. There. That'll do me. Right. Now, this colour, I want this to bleed into this. Looks nice. It actually goes more green as it gets over there. That's that. That's just a creamy colour I've mixed up with some yellow and some light red. Let's mix that creamy colour up. But, add a bit more water to that. Just keep adding water as I come back and it'll get less creamy, and then I'm going to feed some green into that. Yeah. So, now I think we'll get some more yellow into it first. That's a creamy yellow because I haven't washed my brush and there was a bit of green in that yellow. Right, so start doing a bit of that across here. Bit in there. Right, I'm going to a little touch of green now. Yeah. Just keep touching back into little bits of green. It's quite green here. This is just to represent a little bit of grass. Green is a bit more dark. A bit in there like that, bit in there, bit in there. Yeah, something like that. Just a little bit scattered around. So that's me sort of coastline. This is like an hill here, and then there's like an hill, and then like a cliff's edge with the looks of things. There we are. So that's that. Right. Snap brush out. Try it. Just try and get a bit more of this creamish colour in. Just on that edge of that water there. Sort of there. So. That's it, that looks about right. It's like a grassy colour. Let's get this and just put a few. Seems to be a bit longer blades of grass there, so I'll stick a few of them in. Make that up a bit. That should look good. A few of them. Oh, a few scattered about, not too many. It's a little daft. Get too carried away. And then, tell me what, where's my little rigger brush? Brush. I'll just stick a couple in. Only a few like that's enough. Show that what's going on there. And then there's a few little bits here, but not much. This is getting further away here. I'm going to a few greens, I think. And just a couple of my hand in it there. Not to worry. Well, said that. Right. Now then. Out here, there's some rocks. So let's have this brush. Let me just test my colour on some spare paper. That's blue. I'm just going to dip straight into some Payne's grey and leave that blue on. And this Payne's grey, there's other colours around it, and they've got in as well. So there's a bit of reddy brown in there and all, and even a tiny bit of green, just because my palette's a mess. My palette's mucky. Right, so it sort of comes about here. There's some rocks. I'm going to work quick and put some highlights on these rocks. All I'm doing there is scratching in with an old plectrum. In fact, I'm going to do a bit more on this top bit because that's better. That's better. And then I'll just take that across there. Some just soften underneath that. There's a bit of a reflection of something under there. That's it. There, oh, that looks nice. And then there's a little rock. Just chisel that brush. A little rock about there. So look, it's actually quite big. Right there. Like that. I'll put a little bit on top of them. A bit of scrape. A little bit of highlight. That's it. And then I'll try and pull a bit of reflection under them if I can. Yeah, there's a bit. That's enough. There. So that's that. I'm going to get me a little brush. Just come in. I'm just going to spruce up the top of that a bit. In fact, I'm going to get some more of this bluey colour in there. It looks a bit... It's not quite insetting her colour wise as to what I'm actually doing, so pop some of them blue, some of that blue in. That'll help it fit better. Just by popping a bit of that blue in, it's helped it fit better in with them up there. In fact, tell you what I'm going to do. Pop a little bit of black in here and all, so then it will match better. So I want everything to fit in with each other, you see. So if I've got black in there, and then a bit of black up there, it'll all sit together better. Just trying to, can't see very well, could do with my reading glasses. Let's just put my reading glasses on, can't see. Yeah, put a bit more under there. That's it, bring that out to there. That's it, that just looks like a little island, doesn't it? Yeah, I think I could do with adding a bit more blue just in there, really. See what colour's on here now. Black. Oh, let me wash that brush and add a bit more blue in. Some of this cloudish blue. Just bring a bit in there like that. Just because it's over there. Dampen my brush. Water it down a bit. That's it, that looks nice. Right, I'm going to dry everything now. Nearly done. I think we'll like this next bit. Right. Put a little bolt in that. This is going to be the focal point, so I'll stick it here, I think. So. That's the tip of it. There, it's got a bit coming, it sort of comes up about there, like that. Bit comes forward, bit there. Oh, I think I need my tiny little brush now. There's like a sticky up. I'll put my reading glasses back on. There's a sticky up bit about there. That's it. That's that. And then some whiter. I need a bright red. Just mixing a bright red up. That looks nice. Right, reading glasses back on. Sort of comes down there like that. Right, red colour. I think it's a bit higher up than that. Don't know if I'll be able to do it or if this white's going to splodge it all. Let's have a go. Yeah, I think that looks okay, doesn't it? And then some black windows in there. I think what I might do is give that a little dry before I put my black windows in. Get some little windows in. So I've just got here a bit of Payne's grey. Just test it. Yeah, should be sound. Pop some little windows in. There's one about there. Just a little hint of some windows, something like that. Looks like a hint of a little fisherman on there. I'm sure I can see like a little blob on there like that, and a little tiny, like a fishing rod coming off at back. A bit darker under here where it's shadow here. While I've got this black on my brush, I might as well stick in a Peter and ball. You often get a few birds around these fishing boats. Right, I think what I'm going to do, there's no reflection in me painting, but I don't want it to look like me in my painting, in my photograph, but I don't want it to look like my boat's floating, so I'm going to pop a little bit of reflection in there, something about like that. That's enough. Little dab of white like that. I think I'll put a bit of white there as it's going that way. A little bit of waterline in there. I think that's a bit there. Right, now I think we'll let a bit of waterline around these rocks and all. There's always a bit of waterline around your rocks. Put my arm in a load of paint. What a wally. And I've done it again. It's just designer's white gouache or gouache. I call it gouache, it's all up my arm. Usually put it on a little bit thicker than what you want it, because it tends to disappear into paper a little bit. So if you just put it on a little bit thicker, and you'll be laughing. So you can add a couple of highlights on top of some of these rocks if you want. Same again, don't go menstruals with it, a little bit, don't get too carried away. There we are, that's that little fishing boat in there. Right, might add a little bit more on there to strengthen that up a bit. So I'm just looking, yeah, looks alright to me. Yeah. I think all I'll do now, I think I'll just strengthen this bit up a bit. So what's on here now? Some creamy colour. So I'll just add a few bits more of that in. It's a nice colour that. Just adding a bit of just texture really now. That's a bit of that creamy colour. The yellows. That's it. Bit more of that creamy colour. Bit of the green. There we are, I think that'll do. Just building that front bit up a bit. Right. Oh, I think that looks alright. Nice little picture there. Let's get my autograph on it. Where's a dry bit? That's fairly dry there. Boy, D, or Bertie D. The jobs are good, and that look nice. Wants a nice frame, that. Look nice on someone's wall. There you are. Follow them constructions. You're not far wrong. Why, silly on beach.